This CPD presentation will focus on creative approaches for teaching creatively, giving examples of how it can be applied in your teaching to enhance children's learning. Although Robinson proposes two elements to creativity within the classroom, teaching creatively and teaching for creativity, there are many definitions of creativity. Craft develops the view that creativity is a varying approach, although the NACCCE defines creativity as an activity that is carried out which holds worth and value to the individual. The creative approach taken here is using a narrative, which is a written account of connected events. However, Craft understands there are many ways to implement creativity within the classroom and not always through a cross-curricular approach. Using a narrative is a good way to be creative in lessons if used correctly. Moon and Brow identify that using a narrative will engage children's interest and can be used to put learning into a context, giving learning purpose and meaning. It allows children's English skills, such as reading and comprehension, to be used in other subjects like science and maths to make sense of the text. Some may see this as just a Key Stage 1 strategy, but Hodges acknowledges it can be used effectively in Key Stage 2, therefore as a teacher you must be open-minded and try new things. However, Moon argues that it is important children are comfortable in reading the text and have a personal relevance to it, else learning could be compromised, although Ozura argues by differencing the support and text dependent on the child's ability, these issues can be overcome. To make creative approaches successfully, Craft understands it is key to have clear learning objectives taken from the national curriculum. Using a narrative can cause implications as it may be put before the learning. Hilton acknowledges by setting out clear learning outcomes, it limits the chance of learning being compromised and ensures children can make progression in each subject. Therefore, before choosing a narrative, it is important to look at the intended learning first. For example, these learning areas were selected for a Year 3 class. Plants in science will go well, non-fiction books in English and measurement in maths. The Year 3 class are interested in the book WALL-E, which will be used as the narrative in this example with adaptations. By choosing a narrative children are interested in, Craft acknowledges it develops positive attitudes, as children want to learn due to the motivation and engagement through the narrative, resulting in better learning. However, issues can occur when the student can't connect with the narrative. Once children have read the story WALL-E, you could present the following. WALL-E needs our help. He has started to grow some plants back on Earth, but he does not know how to care for them. Can you help him? Here are a selection of seeds. Pick a type and make a resource, which will inform WALL-E on how to care for them. By looking at non-fiction text on plants, children will meet the needs of the science and English national curriculum. Maths would not fit here, therefore, as Craft suggests, will be taught in a separate lesson to ensure tenuous links are not made and children develop good subject knowledge. Oliver and Woods suggest by using the different subjects under a narrative, learning in each subject will reinforce each other and give children a concrete understanding. Children will be transferring skills such as using problem solving to identify the information they need to find and how they will find this in the books. This skill can then be transferred to maths when solving problems with number in a logical way, for example, working out the amounts of materials WALL-E will need. By building on problem-solving skills, it allows children to take an active role within learning, which Piaget and Vygotsky claim as positive due to children discovering for themselves, which will help them to gain a deeper understanding. The children will not be told how to present the information they found. The teacher could suggest using a poster or a leaflet, but by allowing children to take control and make their own choices, it allows them to be original, a key aspect of creativity according to NACCCE. By learning in a way which suits them, it enables accessibility for different learning types, forming inclusion. However, it will be important to consider children's prior knowledge to ensure they have the skills to present their work in their chosen way. Ray recognises it can become difficult to assess children's work due to the variety. Assessment for learning will be important to ensure children's progression. Sermin understands due to children having different outcomes, it will be important to develop success criteria so the work can be marked against this, such as shown on the slide. This can be time-consuming in lessons, but will provide you with knowledge of children's learning so future planning can be adjusted accordingly. It is important to understand different assessment types will be suitable for different approaches, and teachers need to consider a wide variety. As seen, it is crucial careful planning is taken and consideration of children's needs. Through using a narrative, you can see the approach engages children, connects learning across subjects, which allows children to gain a deeper understanding and use transferable skills in other areas. This is key for children to develop crucial thinking skills, although it is important to be aware of the possible implications.
Created using Powtoon.